This netcast is brought to you by Deerswood, the Excel experts, helping you get the most out of Excel. I wanted to demonstrate how to get a macro to run on an event that happens in a workbook. So I have one here that does something when you double click the mouse or right click it or open the workbook or save it or calculate it. So let me just clear the range here. So if I save the workbook, I just get the first 10 cells shaded. If I right click, that works. If I double click, or if I put a formula in there, equals 1 plus 1, again we get everything to execute. And if I save it and then if I open it, you'll see that we've got a macro, the same macro that runs when we open the workbook. Now that might be useful if you've got an application you want to initialize a number of things when you open the workbook or do something when you save it, etc. If we look how we achieve that, if we go into Visual Basic and we click on this workbook, on this item here, you'll see that we've got two options here, general and workbook, and then there's a whole load of events that you can assign things to happen. And I just happen to have assigned a macro to run before we save a workbook, when you open a workbook, before you double click, when you right click, and when you kind of calculate, and all that happens is this macro runs, which actually goes along, finds the first column that is blank, chooses a random color, and then fills it in, fills the first 10 cells in with that random color. So a useful technique if you're developing a VBA application. Find us at deerswood.co.uk, helping you get the most out of Excel.